So I want to show you this beautiful waterway, or at least part of this beautiful waterway called the Gorge in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. There's a little dock for a little putt-putt ferry that carries about 8 people that goes up and down the gorge. And this is looking up part of the gorge towards what is the inner harbour of Victoria, which is still probably another 2 to 3 kilometers away in the distance. This is an interesting point in the gorge because, as you can see, there are rapids here. The rapids aren't always here. This is kind of a pinch point at which we also have the Gorge Bridge. And at this pinch point, when the tide is out, and especially if there's a lot of rivers feeding into the back part of the gorge, this is where the water kind of pours out. As I say, I think what's happening now is because there was rain last night, there's water coming into the gorge, but also the tide is flowing out. So there's a kind of a double kind of pressure going on here. So this is why the rapids today are so strong. I saw some kayakers heading up this way, but I think they kind of got intimidated by the kind of water they would have to go through. It's also interesting because you see the struts of the bridge on the left-hand side. And you just barely make out some fencing up there. And the reason why that's fenced off is because there is an ancient shell midden from the First Nations people who used to gather shellfish along these shores and then crack them open up there. So that's a protected archaeological site. And in the 19th century, there was this was spanned by a couple of huge logs that were fallen across. There's some people saying hello to you from the bridge. A double-decker bus, one of the features of Victoria, which has a pretty strong British flavor to it. But anyway, that's the Gorge Bridge, and there's the rapids of the gorge. A kind of beautiful waterway here in Victoria, British Columbia.